We're back with another episode. We're back with another episode of Season 3. As you can see, the scenery is different. Season 3 has been the most challenging season ever, and it should not have been, considering it's just me. But so many things happened during my intermission that really just threw me off course. And I think what it is that season break is during the holidays, and the holidays are like the craziest for work, the craziest for life. Anything can happen at any time, and whew. But I'm here, baby. Talk to me nice. Yes, talk to me freaking nice. And I got a great topic for y'all, which I wanted to guess. I felt like it would have been ideal, but also not having a guess for this episode just is a recipe for disaster with me, and that's always good content. So yeah, this episode is called Toxic as Fuck. And what is this about? Toxic masculinity. Whew. Y'all better hope this episode is an hour. I'm gonna make it an hour. Oh my god, I forgot my water. Back at it. Alright. Ciao. I'm gonna need water for this topic, because honey. So you know, for every topic, we like to expand our mind. Expand your mind, expand your mind, expand your mind. Ends in an article titled "What is Toxic Masculinity?" written by Maya Salam. States, so what does toxic masculinity or traditional masculinity ideology mean? Researchers have defined it in part as a set of behaviors and beliefs that include the following: suppression emotions or masking distress, maintaining an appearance of hardness, violence as an indicator of power, think tough guy behavior. In other words, toxic masculinity is what can come of teaching boys that they can't express emotion openly, that they have to be tough all the time, that anything other than that makes them feminine or weak. No, it doesn't mean that all men are inherently toxic. Read more. Many ways to be a girl, but one way to be a boy. The gender rules. Okay, this is a long expansion mind. It's these cultural lessons, according to the APA, that have been linked to aggression and violence, leaving boys and men at disproportionate risk for school discipline, academic challenges, and health disparities, including cardiovascular problems and substance abuse. Men are overrepresented in prisons, are more likely than women to commit violent crimes, and are at greater risk of being a victim of violent crime, the APA wrote. Alright, so let's dig into the toxic masculinity. So if you guys haven't heard the word toxic, or 2019, now we in 2020, then I don't know where you've been. But if you haven't heard the term toxic masculinity, I really don't know where you have been. And it's really this, I wouldn't say, yeah, it's an ideology that, you know, a lot of men are raised to, you know, not cry. Don't act like a girl. Just be tough, you know. Don't show emotion. Don't show expression. Don't show excitement. Anything to them that seems girly, that's like regular day stuff. And it's like really weird because, you know, so many things have been happening lately, and I've been noticing like mad stuff, like just the term "I'm a man." Like, I hate when my fiance says "I'm a man, I can't do this," or, you know, or even, you know, sometimes my father, he'll say "I'm a man, I'm not gonna react that way," and I'm just like, I don't get it. Like, I really don't get it. Toxic masculinity is so impactful in just dating, relationships, everything. And I think that men are not conscious of it, and that, how can I explain? It's hard to build healthy relationships around that type of upbringing. And I think that is something that's quite overlooked often. I don't know. I feel like it's something I hope that we can break as adults, but then it's like this weird spectrum. Like that's why I said we're going to dig into a lot of these topics. Remember I was talking about the femininity topic? It is like a double standard, because there's some things you want a man to do, but you don't want to make it seem like it's a man thing. Like, I use the term, as a man, you should have a job, right? That's kind of toxic, right? Because as a person, you should have a job. Or as a person, you should want money. You shouldn't be laying on your ass all day or whatever, right? But to me, like, if you're a man, you should be working. I don't know. It's like mad weird, but it's also toxic to use the term as a man. Small things that are idiotic. Yeah, a man should take out the garbage. But then I also feel like some men feel like they shouldn't have to wash dishes and stuff like that. And I feel like if you live here, you could wash a dish, honey. Hello. Like, why is that a feminine job? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just weird topics, and this is why double standards are so important. I don't know, will they ever end? And yeah. So, do you believe in the ideology of toxic masculinity? Fuck yeah, I do. Do I? Or do I not? Yes, I believe in that shit. Like, and I really wanted to stop. This is the thing. Even little small things, I think, relate to toxic masculinity. Things even with men who are rapists, who like to touch women. That stuff is toxic masculinity. They feel in charge. They feel like they could do stuff like that. I spoke about how, like, women, mothers, when they have a son, they'll be like, "Oh, you the man. Or they'll say, or they'll make them wear shirts like a ladies' man, or they'll say, "Oh, you flirting with that little girl? Look at him flirting. He be flirting with girls," and they laugh and they kiki about it. But if a girl was to do the same, a little girl was to be flirting with boys, honey, the tea. She would literally, she would get a beat, and we would be scared, like, oh my gosh, she's sexually hyperactive, and at the end of the day, she just might like the boy. You know what I'm saying? She just might be attracted to that little boy, but she can't express that. But a guy can. And I think that those type of things kind of entertain sexual harassment and even sometimes rape. And y'all could say that's a stretch. I don't think it is. Because if you grow up thinking it's cute to, like, canoodle over a girl, your mom's like, oh yeah, look at him flirting with the girls. Look at him touching her hair. Look at him. If he's raised believing like that shit is okay, why wouldn't he bring that type of behavior into his adulthood? As it pertains to, don't cry when you fall. If you fall and that shit hurt, you could cry. Like, that'll make you soft. Like, even us as girls, we get to cry when we fall. But are we crybabies all the time? I bet you some guy watching this like, yes, you guys are crybabies. Not all girls are crybabies. Like, when we fall, we don't all cry. Like, and we used to cry a lot when we were younger. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say? Like, just because you cry when you fall, it doesn't mean you're going to always cry when you fall. You're going to always cry when things go bad. Like, there's a lot of women that we go through mad stuff and we don't continue to let the things of our childhood travel with us, if that makes sense. So it's just a lot. And then you gotta think about that. Just imagine being told you're a man, don't get excited, don't smile, don't cry. Like, imagine having to do that. Like, imagine you mad hype about some shit, like you win $1 million. Okay, that's probably a bad example, but just imagine you get mad excited about some shit and you dead can't express your emotions at that moment. That's weird as fuck. Like, just think about that. Just imagine, like, what's good news? Like, I don't know, like, I can't think. Like, you get just like the best gift you ever wanted and you just don't express your emotion. Like, every time something good happens, you just gotta be like, Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Like, you got all this built up happiness. You got all this built up anger, sadness, all these built up emotions. Men have all these emotions. They literally can't show any emotion. When they show that they're happy, it's not masculine. When they show that they're sad, it's not masculine. When they show that they're angry, that is masculine. And being angry all the time is psychopathic. So let's put that finger down. Any emotion that they show, they gotta hold in. Except anger. Imagine that. Like, I can't imagine having to hold in all my emotions. I hold them in, but I don't have to. I choose to. You know what I'm saying? And some people could say men don't have to. They choose to too. Just because you grew up not having to do something, now you're an adult, you still don't have to do it. But those are things that they are. And they have all these built up emotions in them. That is weird. That's really weird. And it's scary. It's really scary. And it impacts our dating and relationship lives. And I say that because it's like constantly, let's say you're in a relationship with a dude and you're just like, oh, you just never tell me how you feel. When we argue, you're like, oh, you want to do all this arguing and shit. Like, you're not telling me how you feel. I'm the man. I don't know how to express how I feel. Like, so how me and you supposed to build a relationship if you can't express how you feel to me? You know what I'm saying? And then with that, teaching a man how to express how he feels takes time. So a lot of us women, we kind of not interested in doing that. Teaching a man how to show emotion. That's a big task. And I think it is one of the reasons why we have a lot of single women and a lot of like just strenuous relationships, like relationships that we gotta use all our muscle. Like, you love him so much, you just gotta teach him how to show emotion. You gotta teach him how to be happy. Like, every time something good happens, you're like, babe, why aren't you happy? Oh, I'm a man, I can't show happiness. But I want you to show happiness. It's like we constantly having to tell them, do this, do that, do this, do that. And it might take 5 years for them to really hit that point where they really know how to show emotion. And that's why relationships and marriage, I think, due to toxic masculinity, are so hard, because a lot of women don't want to do those things. And it's debatable. Some people probably like, that she not a woman if she don't want to build with a man, if she don't want to like grow with him. But then again, oftentimes you don't see men having to grow or build a woman. Like, you might, but you might not. Like, you never see like a man saying, I gotta show how to show emotion. Yeah, you get that every once in a while, because there are some men out there that love a woman that needs help. They like to be the helper. But it's a lot. And you just, like I said, you gotta be the emotional punching bag. They might be the type that like to bring up their child. When I was growing up, I could never. Like, you gotta deal with all of that. Like, because he never got to express himself. He never had somebody he could express himself to. But he know he could be feminine in front of you, I guess. He know he can show his emotion in front of you. But now you there looking dumb, listening to him act crazy. I can't be so bothered. Growing up, what are some of the examples that you've seen portray the ideas of toxic masculinity? Like I said, the first one was, just how guys are treated differently. Like, even little things too. Like, if a girl comes home late, she could be not hoeing. She could be, I don't freaking know, in a book club or some shit. But her coming home late is like, A guy can come home late and say, yo, I was just playing basketball with the guys. And it's like, okay. Like, it'll be fine. Like, or what else? Just telling them they can't cry. Telling them, like, they gotta always be bulky and tough and rough and strong. Like, that shit is not cute. Like, when I say it aloud, like, it blows my heart. Like, why you want to be tough and strong and angry all day? That's, like, think about that. Just imagine if me as a woman, I was just, like, being tough and strong and angry all day. Like, that shit is not cute. Like, y'all really dudes be out here really being tough and strong and angry all day. Like, that shit is wild unattractive. Like, what are you mad about? Like, that's... Like, I'll be looking at people and I just be like, what are you tight about? Like, and you really not gonna show emotion, like, does that make actual sense? Like does it really make sense to you? What about like jobs and stuff? Does telling a guy he can't be a nurse, that's not a masculine job? What if what if he feel like it's a chill job, you get to give people needles and stuff? Maybe he into that. Like, everybody don't want to be a construction worker, a firefighter, a police officer. What else is considered a masculine job? I don't know, like custodian worker. Like, maybe them jobs is a lot strenuous. And why they gotta be breaking their back all day, delivering packages, lifting up boxes? That's a lot of people who like FedEx workers and UPS, they deal with a lot of back and leg and arm problems as they get older. Maybe they don't want to do that, but you gotta do a job like that because you a man. You gotta be in a leader position. Why? Like, if you don't want to lift boxes all day, if you don't want to freaking clean up garbage all day, then don't. Like, go be a nurse. Like, I don't get what the big deal is. Like I don't know. What is it that is so unique about men that we parents feel the pressure to teach them to be strong? That's a hard question. I know that, one, being black in America, number one, is already hard. Like, you got mad obstacles in front of you. You know, they say you gotta work twice as hard to get further, right? And then being a black man, you see in the media, they could just be walking the street and boom, 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 a police officer might shoot them. They might get racially profiled, anything. So I can understand that aspect of, you know, just teaching them, like, know how to maneuver in the streets, know how to maneuver in life, because as a black man, it's hard. Like, they naturally are looked at as aggressive. And then the thing is, like, yeah, people naturally look at them as aggressive and suspicious, but then y'all raise them to be naturally aggressive. An angry black man. Y'all raise them to be that. Y'all literally raise them to be what you don't want them to be looked at as. Let's keep it a buck. Like, you raise them to be the angry black man, but you don't want them to be viewed as the angry black man. It makes no sense. I think it's okay to raise your son to be strong, and your daughters, but it gotta be limitations. Like, I think one of the things we need to stop doing is maybe, like, stop putting so much pressure on men to not show emotion. There's nothing wrong with teaching them to be strong. There's benefits in being strong, you know, being able to lift up, being able to not let things get to you so easily. But at what limit? Like, at what point is it too much? Like, when you're doing the most, that's when you gotta really know your boundaries, and like, when is it too much? Like, when is it like I don't know. Like, how do you limit, like, when your son cried because he fell? Like, even if I have a daughter and she fall and she crying for a little too long, like, sis, like, your leg don't even hurt that much. Like, you fell, we get it. Like, cause you gonna fall, you can't always cry. You can't always cry. Like, you really can't. You can cry, but you can't stay down forever. You're gonna have to get up and you're gonna have to keep pushing. And that's just the moral and the theory of life itself. So it's a weird spectrum. It's all about how you do it, because some people be like, little nigga, what the fuck you crying for? Like, that's a bit much. That's a bit aggressive. We don't have to do all that. Just be like, look, son, yeah, you fell. You're gonna fall a lot in life. Like, just make it a teachable moment. Like, don't make it this, like, but you a man. Like, don't bring up the part, you're a man. Like, just say, look, you fell. Do you still feel hurt? They're gonna probably be like, you know how little kids are. And then you're gonna say, so why are you still crying? And you know how they act. Sometimes you're gonna fall in life. Can't keep crying. Like, I think we need to start bringing up the aspect of, you a man, you gotta be tough. You're a grown up. You're a man. You're a boy. Man up. Man up. Like, just stop using that term. Every other term is okay to be used, but just stop saying, you a man. Man up. Man up. Like, just make it a thing. Like, look, be strong. Be tough. Don't put the word man in it, because then I feel like when they put the word man and guy in it and things like that, it creates this, like, it creates a different feeling for them, like they can't be a certain way because they're a man. Like nobody ever says, they do say stuff to women like, you're a lady. Like, me, I'm a fucking hot ass fucking mess. Like, I swear to God I am. Like, I don't like to swear to God, I'm sorry God, but I'm a mess. Like, oh, you can't put your bag on the floor. All right, right now, currently, you know, because I filmed some of these episodes late, I had to refilm. Corona's going on. Yeah, none of us should be putting our bag on the floor, female or male. You know what I'm saying? But certain stuff I don't live by. You know, I don't give a fuck. Oh, you should have earrings in your ear. If I forgot to put my fucking earrings in my ear, I forgot to put them in my ear. If I put my bag on the floor, you could eat my pussy. Like, dead ass. I put it on the floor. What's your problem? Yeah, I get it. It's germs. Oh, you're a lady. You shouldn't. How does that make you less of a lady? Like, bum bitches don't put their bags on the floor. Bitches who don't work. Bitches who don't got nothing to live for think they a lady. Okay? So, little Sally over here who's wild dirty, don't got a job, don't got a place to stay. She don't put her bag on the floor, though, right? And then Cindy, she got a job, she working, she got a place to stay, she got her shit together, she puts her bag on the floor. Sally is considered more of a lady than Cindy just because she don't put her bag on the floor, but she's a bum. Like, you can't say something makes somebody less of a woman or a man over certain ideologies or ideas. Like, that's silly. Like, people really be killing me. Like, that's not ladylike. What's not ladylike? Like, what are you talking about? I have a vagina. I get a period every month. That is enough. I am a lady. I am a woman. I know very well. I can give birth. That's it. If anything else you don't like that I fucking do, based off of whatever the fuck double standards or standards that a woman should be. Oh, she wears sneakers too much. She don't like to wear dresses. She don't wear makeup. She don't do this. Bitch, she dig up her nose. She digging her ears. What else? Bitch, I have a vagina. I have a whole pussy. What you want from me? Like, that ass. Like, because people be pissing me off. Like, we just think ideas. She don't get her nails and her feet done. Bitches be getting their nails and their feet done and be whole dirty. Whole always in the clinic. Like, stop with this. And even men. Oh, he's a man. Like, I do be getting tight. He's a man. He can't lift a box or whatever. Like, he's still a man. He has a penis. Okay? Like, and it's weird because see stuff like that. As a woman, if I had a man who really be like, yo, this shit mad heavy, and it's like a box I could lift, I would be like, yo, it's not even about him being man. It's like, what's wrong with you? Like, I don't know. Certain shit be weird. Like, even a female, like, girl, lift that fucking box up, bitch. You're not a celebrity. Like, is there any niggas here that can help us? Like, hello, good morning. Like, some bitches don't want to lift a box or move a fucking damn thing because they feel like they a woman. No, bitch, you weak. Don't say because you a woman. No, bitch, you can't lift it. Your body is not up to fucking par. Like, me, I'm impatient. I don't like waiting, so I'll lift something. And it is weird because I do feel like I remember I was working somewhere and then this guy, he was kind of weak. And I remember, I don't want to bring up too much stuff, but even I remember I knew somebody too. I remember me and my fiance was moving stuff. They was kind of weak. They wasn't really strong. And I was just like, my nigga, like, go to the gym. Lift a fucking weight. Like, get your weight up. Like, Get your weight up. Even me, you know, over the years I got a little weak. I've been through some things with my body. I personally like being a little strong. Like when I got weak, when I started being at work and I couldn't lift certain things or I couldn't move a certain way, it did start to get to me. Like, damn, I remember when I used to be like strong. I used to feel more healthy. It's about feeling healthy. Like, I like being able to know like I could move stuff around. It's not about that. That to some might be masculine. For me, it's not masculine. That's not ladylike to want to lift a box. For me, I want to know whether a man is there or not. I can handle my shit. Because at the end of the day, we all we got. And I think that's where it plays off too. It's not about being a man or woman. I feel like whether you're a man or woman, you need to be strong. You need to be able to like get your weight up. You should be able to. What if one day you gotta fucking move some shit? Today I had to move all this crap around in my room to start Brissez. I don't have time to call a man like, can you set up? And then it ain't, if you know how you want something, it's better for you to do it. Because you know how like you get somebody to do it for you and they just fuck everything up. Like, can you put it over here? Are they just taking too long? Like me, if I do it myself, I'm going to do it quick because I know exactly what I want. I know exactly how I want it. And me, I work moment by moment. Like my brain is constantly like, actually do it this way, do it this way. So I feel like we all need to know how to like be a little strong. That's just my opinion. I don't know. So yeah, it's weird though, because I'm not going to sit up here in front of the camera in front like, yeah, I don't like toxic masculinity, but some of the shit I do promote. Like, you're a man. Like, I'll say sometimes, you a man and you dead ass don't like, you a man and you dead ass don't take care of your kids. Like, but you know what really needs to stop though? We need to stop saying that, because it shouldn't matter whether you're a man or a woman, because it's women who don't take care of their kids, right? You're a person. You gotta have sense. You gotta understand. You gotta know. You gotta take care of your kids. You gotta have a job. You gotta be strong. You gotta have some sense. Like, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know these things. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't take that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we should stop using that term. A man. As a man, you should be. I use it sometimes. I'm not going to sit up here in front of the camera. I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm not going to act like I'm holier than thou. I use the term, you know, as a man. Or you a grown-ass man. Like, period. Period. Like, cause shit be weird. Like, it be weird. Like, we about to jump into it. Like, shit really be weird. Like, like, things just be weird. Like, you hear stories about certain men, and like, even me in the past, people I dated, sometimes my friends date, just some of the things that guys will do, you be like, wow, that's weird. Is that a man? Or you know, I've never done that. Have I ever called a man a bitch? Problematic. But yeah, it's been times you be like, yo, he's acting like he's a bitch. Like, and stuff like that is toxic, y'all. Let me tell y'all right now. Look at me. I do different sitting positions. Stuff like that is toxic. Like, we can't be out here calling a man a bitch. Like, when you call a man a bitch, you basically saying he's a girl. But a bitch is a different type of girl, you know? So it's disrespectful. It is very disrespectful. We can't... you know what I'm like? Because so many of us have called a man a bitch. Men be doing bitch like shit, though. Like... But that's toxic. And see, this is where it gets problematic. Like, I can't keep promoting that on this episode. Like, I can't. Like, we gotta stop. We gotta stop. We gotta find a better way. We really do. It's hard though, because I do feel like, and it's like this is my other thing too. I feel like mothers or maybe fathers, they kind of raise their sons to be tough and strong, but you don't raise them to be smart thinkers. Some of them are not. I feel like a lot of men, like, even like some of the artists say it, like they need a woman to help them make smart decisions. Why you don't know how to make a smart decision? You so focused on being tough guy, you can't even think for yourself. Like, without a woman, they will do irrational things. Why are men so irrational? Right? Let's start raising our sons to be rational. Like, this is how you do this. This doesn't make sense. Don't let people do this. And I'm saying that with a lot of guys. A lot of guys are really irrational. Like, they just like to do shit. Like, let's say they like, oh, gold course. Look at me. Gold course. Gold is cheap, right? Okay, this is a good example. Gold is not more expensive than diamonds, right? Let's say gold is like $100. A guy will go in a place, to me, they don't really know how to negotiate. They make it seem, we try to run these storylines like we need men. Women don't really need men like that. I learned that over my time. Like, I get a lot of shit done by myself way better than when I'm with a man. Way better. When a motherfucker is there, it just moves sloppy. Like, I feel like they just want to get shit done. Like, men don't like to argue. They feel like even arguing is considered a female trait, right? So if they come up for a mechanic or something, like, oh, to fix that is $250. Alright, that's not bad. Whatever, we got it. We got the money. We got it. No, we don't. That shit don't cost $250. That shit is $100. This all he's doing is changing a little screw. So why are you paying $250 for that? That's me. That's the type of bitch I am. You feel me? Like, you're not gonna jip me. Like, sometimes there's a lot of men that really don't like to argue, but we make it seem like when a man is around, things gonna get done differently. And sometimes it will. It depends on what type of dude you got around. Now, you got a hood nigga that really, like, knock your head off. You know, those type of dudes that walk in a room and you already know what time it is. Yeah, they're scared of him. That's different. You catch my drift? And even the niggas that people be scared of don't got no fucking sense. They could still get jipped. Because you could be tough and dumb. You could be real life tough and dumb. And that's really how it goes. A lot of niggas is really tough. All they know how to do is fight, shoot, and kill. But they really dumb. Like, they don't know academics. Like, that's why they need a female on their arm. When it comes to numbers, when it comes to reading. Oh, but honey, they'll kill you. Once the girl says, look, he gypped you. It was supposed to be $55. But you paid $300. He didn't give you all your money back. Oh, really? Oh, really? Like, they always need a female. Like, don't believe the hype, sis. Don't think you need a man to go to the mechanic with you. Especially if you look good. Please. Especially if you're like, yeah, I just need a little help with my stuff. Yeah, I just need a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, let's talk double standards. Y'all don't need no man in no room to do no negotiations, honey. If you really... and you got to get your vocabulary up. If you know how to talk. If you come in a room and you really that type of person that's really like, nah, you can't play me. A man won't play a female. If he knows she's the type of female that's really rowdy. Like, oh, she know what the fuck she's talking about. Oh, da-da-da-da. Like, that type of person. Some men are ignorant and they'll really like, what's the word I'm thinking of? They'll be like, oh, she a female, I'm not negotiating with her, and really have you walk out the room. But if you used to bring a dude with you, they probably wouldn't have you walk out the room. They'll work with you. They'll be like, ah, she gonna come back. No, the fuck I'm not. And I'm gonna tell mad people not to come back in this bitch. Fuck you talking about? Like, so I don't know. I'm getting like real tangenty, but let me see. Are men these days overly masculine for no reason? In other words, they're extremely masculine but don't match up in other areas. Example, career and financially. You know what I'm gonna say? For the most part, I have been blessed to date guys that are very toxic, have toxic traits. Oh, it is really sunny. And it's like messing up my lighting. Like, look. I'm annoying. I don't like that. Intermission. Let me see. Let me see. Right. Alright, hold on. Alright, y'all just gotta accept the lightning. So anyway, like I was saying, I have been blessed to date a lot of guys that I feel like we're a little toxic masculinity-ish, but in some ways they match up, in some ways they don't. Like, some areas they match up, some areas they don't. I've dated guys too that they play masculine, but like, would you really be ready to rumble when shit get real? If a dude was to disrupt me, would you be ready to fight? I think so. I do feel like if you want to play tough guy role, you can't just be tough guy. You gotta be... First of all, we're not entertaining toxic masculinity, so nobody should be playing tough guy role. But I do feel like a lot of people focus on being overly masculine, and they don't focus on their career, and they don't focus on, I don't know, like, are you just being tough all day, or are you like getting your shit together? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I do feel like a lot of the guys that's really overly masculine, like hood niggas, like, you just mad hood. You're mad tough, you're mad masculine, but like, do you take care of your kids? Right? Are you working? Are you doing something that's not illegal? And even men. Some men are really overly masculine in front of their woman, but they're not masculine with a man. Does that make sense? Like, motherfuckers is pussy in real life, but they only get tough with women. Do that make sense? Like, I've seen that. Like, they play tough around women, but with men, they not tough. Like, I feel like some areas men don't match up. Like, they know when to play tough and when not to play tough. I feel like if you're gonna play tough, you gotta be tough 100%, 30 times, 40 times, 50 times a day. And that's just what the fuck it is. I don't know. But don't match up in other areas. Because for me, like, I do like a masculine guy, right? But not overly masculine. Like, where they just tough all day. Like, they just looking around, looking mad tough, being mad gangster. Like, that shit annoying. Like, I want somebody who be funny, we could joke, we could laugh. Because some people be mad tough to the point that they can't even joke and laugh. Like, they can't even have fun. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be with somebody like that. So, for me, I don't know. Do they not match up in other areas? It depends. Like, if you just overly masculine, yeah, like, you don't have a personality. Like, I'm not here to date a guy that's gonna be tough all day. Like, I need some emotion. I need some good energy. Like, I need some vibes. You like going out on dates, or you gonna just want to fight people all day? Like, I'm confused. I never dated somebody that was overly masculine. Do I date guys that I think are a little toxic masculinity-ish? Yes. Like, they keep saying, oh, as a man, or like, that shit is so fucking annoying. Like, so annoying. But I can't relate to that. I think it's one or the other. It's either guys who are extremely overly masculine, and then it's like, it is true. It's some guys who just so masculine that they can't be both. Some men don't know how to be both at all. Like, they want to be hood, they want to be tough. Like, usually that type of guy, he's in the streets. Like, It's maybe some of y'all is into street dudes. Shout out to y'all, you know. I never dated somebody that wasn't really like, it maybe was 60-40 masculine, 40, and then 40% career financial. So I can't relate. Have I dated? I wouldn't. And some dudes I wouldn't consider I dated them. So whatever. Maybe we went out on that fucking date, but I never really seen where it don't match up. If a guy is extremely masculine, he is extremely masculine. Like, he's extremely playing tough all the time. So yeah, sometimes they don't match up in certain cases. Can toxic masculinity be linked to poor relationships and marriages? Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Because like I said in the beginning, a lot of men don't know how to express their emotions. And when you don't know how to express your emotions, you're creating a recipe for fucking disaster. I, in a relationship, need emotions sometimes. If me and you had an argument, or you felt like I did something wrong, but you're not telling me because you feel like that's feminine, how is that progressive? How are we going to help each other? How are we going to guide each other through that? Like, I don't know. Like, we can't operate on that type of time. Like, we just can't. Like, we can't. And like I said in the beginning, a lot of women don't really have time to, like, they might not have time, and they might just simply not want to work on building your emotions up, you know. And I think that's what's happened in a lot of millennial relationships, and of course the relationships that came before us, like our parents and stuff. They probably have it way worse than we did. Is that we constantly feel like we gotta be emotional punching bags, because a lot of men grew up being told to be this tough, play this sport, probably do shit they never wanted to do. As a guy, you can't really say no, or like, you can't even say no sometimes. Like, son, can you do this? No. Fuck you mean you can't do that? You a man. Like, I'm trying to think of something they would say no to, and they'd be like, you a man, fuck you mean you can't do that? Like, I don't know, like, maybe a lot of guys grew up playing basketball. They didn't even want to play basketball or football or a sport. Maybe they never wanted to play a sport. Maybe they want to play a fucking instrument. Maybe they wanted to learn how to build a damn computer or some shit, but they ended up doing what their parents told them to do, or told them that was more masculine or some shit. Like, and then when we get in a relationship with them, they come off cool in the beginning, but when you're in a relationship, you start getting comfortable with the person you with, right? Like, after, like, real comfortable, like, it's all the way there, you feel me? And it does sound crazy, like, oh, I gotta work on myself so that I can get in a relationship and be able to help somebody else work on themselves. But he should be helping you work on yourself too. And in some ways he might. I know that in a lot of relationships I've been in, when I get into arguments, I get into situations, the men teach me a lot about myself. Like, you know, y'all know. They'll be like, you always do that shit. Like, I always do that shit. I do. You always do that shit. Every time we have an argument, you always say da 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 da. And I be like, oh, for real? I be doing that? Like, you be learning shit about yourself. That's what's good about relationships. Like, oh, it's just like, sometimes I've heard the same exact thing from men. Like, or I'll be like, yo, I'm really like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Like, I feel like we, in most relationships, and if y'all haven't dealt with that, I don't think that relationship is healthy. Y'all kind of learning from each other, for the most part, because when you get into an argument with a dude, he gonna tell you shit about yourself, and you gonna tell him shit about himself, and whatever you do with that information is up to you. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. It's interesting. Very interesting. But like I said, I know that it's some women and some men who don't want to deal with that. Like, they don't want to clean up nobody's baggage. They don't want to help nobody through nothing. And love and relationships is about being with your partner through thick and thin. You gotta find somebody you love, that you don't mind helping them grow and build and develop. You gotta know when something is extremely toxic and when something is just normal personality issues, if that makes sense. So that's just me, you know what I'm saying? Like, You just gotta know the difference, though. But yes, toxic masculinity can be linked to poor relationships, marriages, and and even with toxic masculinity too, you can think about abusive relationships. That a lot of men who are abusive, that stems from toxic masculinity, but that's a different type of poor relationship, honey. If you're in a domestic violence relationship, you need to get out of that ASAP. Can this generational curse be broken? I think so. I do. This is easy. This is something that can be easily broken. Easily. Like I said, just stop saying you're a man, you're a boy. But then what about girls? Like, you know how they tell girls to man up? You gotta be tough. Even though you're a girl, you gotta be... I wonder, I have a lot of friends who have sons. I wonder how they're gonna, like, are they gonna do those type of things like, you're a boy, you're a little man, you're a man, you're a boy, you're a man. But and honestly, I know all this is gonna change. With everything going on today, but like, Zaya, I'm not gonna dig all the way into that topic, but Zaya, which is Dwayne Wade's son, didn't they pass a bill in New York where like 14-year-olds can pick their sex or something? And those things, I'm not going to jump into those topics. That's not what this episode is about. But if they're doing stuff like that, eventually all this toxic masculinity bullshit, that shit is going to be out the window. Because there's going to be so much other different shit going on. A man, you can't even... And with social media, kids have social media, kids have the internet. You can't tell a boy to be tough or be strong or whatever. You can't even... They could learn and do whatever the fuck they want on their phone. So I think that toxic masculinity bullshit is going to be thrown out the window real soon, quick, fast, and in a motherfucking hurry. Like, before you can even breathe or feel it, it's going to be out the window. I think it's going to be a crisis, though. Because I can already see how people are reacting to, like, a lot of things that's going on in today's society. And people aren't handling it well. So, it's going to be interesting. I do think some people are still very old school, like me. Now that I'm engaged, I do think about kids and how would I raise my kids, and now I look at things. I noticed I'm a very, not, I wouldn't say very, maybe I am, I will be a very traditional mother. I do believe in structure. I'm not going to like when I see certain kids telling their parents no, or smacking their parents and just running around. I work in retail. They got their kids running around, running the fucking show. No. I run the fucking show. You don't pay no fucking bills. Like, and you embarrassing me. Like, you sit down. Like, I get, okay, kids are gonna play. They want to have fun. But at the end of the day, you're in a place of business. What if something happens? What if something falls on you? If you want to play, we could go to the park. Like, so I am very traditional in some sense. Will I try to avoid saying you're a man? I think there's ways around that. I think it definitely is ways around that. I do think they need to know. This is getting real topic-y. This is getting real problematic-y. This is some 2020 shit. Because back then I could say this shit and it wouldn't even be problematic. I was going to say, I do think if I have a girl or a boy, they need to know that they're a girl or a boy. Right? I'm not going to run around like, you know how I'm saying, like, don't say, you're a boy, so you shouldn't do this. I'm be like, I'm going to, if I go to the doctor and I get pregnant and they tell me, oh, it's a boy, he has a penis, you have a boy. Yeah, I'm going to call him little man, or look at you little boy. I'm going to call them a boy. If I have a girl, I'm going to say, look at the little girl. Look at the little girl. Look at you. Like, I'm going to say that. Like, is that problematic? Eventually, that will be problematic. I don't think that's problematic just yet. I don't know, if I have a boy, would I be like, oh, you're a man? I'm not gonna be doing all that. I'm sorry. My husband, he Nigerian. I don't know what the fuck he gonna do. I'm gonna be chin checking him. But certain stuff I'm not gonna do. I'm gonna be like, look, as you are you are a person. You should be doing this, that, the third, and the other. Yes, I will be saying that. But I don't think I'm gonna be like, you a man up. I'm not gonna be doing all that toxic shit. I'm not toxic. I'm not gonna be toxic. We're not doing that. If these generational curses are broken, will it impact men gratefully for better or worse or both, and how? If we break generational curses, I think it will impact them in a good way. They will be more emotional. Fine. They will express their emotions. Fine. Tell me how you feel, baby. They'll just be like women, but maybe more masculine. Men still have testosterone. Like, with or without the way we raised them, they're still going to be very masculine. Maybe not as masculine as they are today. You know, I think it will be for better, of course. To be a man in America, to have to constantly be tough when you feel fucking weak, that shit is probably fucking draining. Like, I could only imagine. Like, that shit is probably draining. Okay? I think it's going to build a better relationships, marriages, better children. Because those men that won't be toxic, they're going to raise men that are not toxic. And I just think it'll be better. I think a lot of people are being very homophobic when it comes to toxic masculinity. Like, oh no, we need to keep this so they don't be gay. Look, I do believe in the theory that if somebody's gay, they're gonna be gay. You can't turn nobody gay. If they gay, they gay. Like, if we stop telling men to take out the garbage, they're gonna be gay. If we stop telling men to don't cry, they're gonna be gay. If you a man and you like a woman, you know you like a woman. You see some titties, you see some ass, you gonna be like, dang, like, you feel me? If you a man and you see a man and you know you like a man, then you gonna like a man. Like, you know what the fuck you want, whether you like crying or not. You feel me? Y'all catch my drift? Like, I feel like, you know, when you attracted to something, you just attracted to it. Like, you can't fight your attraction. You can't make up an attraction. When you like something, you like something. And that's just that. Like, you can't, that's just my opinion. Like, you can't make up an attraction. Like, so telling guys that they can't show emotion is not gonna make them not gay. Mad gay men grew up with the same generational ways of straight men. All of them probably. I think anybody in our generation, millennial and down, I'm pretty sure they were raised just the same with gay men and straight men. All of them probably taught the same fucking ideologies. And some of them came out straight, and some of them came out fucking gay. Big fucking deal. So it's not about how you raise them. It's what the fuck it is. Like, that's just my opinion. But y'all already know what fucking time it is. Toxic masculinity. Yes, yes, yes. I don't want to get too crazy. I start with, like I said. Yes. So, Brissette season 3 is coming at you like a ton of bricks. Mad excited for everything that's just coming my way. And yeah, I will see you guys. When will I see you guys? Next week, Monday, as early as 4 a.m. Check all the links in the description box below. I have the link to the article from Expand Your Minds. I have links to In Between Seasons and all the promo videos. I have links to Brit Says. If you just got here on season 3, definitely go check out season 1 and season 2, honey. Link is in the description box below. And if you're watching on YouTube, definitely subscribe, hit the notification bell, And if you just watching on Apple Podcasts, definitely leave a review. And also, you know, stay on board with Britt Says. Follow me on Instagram, _Brittgram. And I will see you guys next week.